I have the honor and I have the honor and privilege of introducing a tremendous leader. He's made a huge impact and literally has impacted a couple of hundred up to thousands of lives in his organization, very close to regional vice president. I'm going to hand it over to an amazing leader and a friend, regional director, Marshall Stewart.
Wow, Charlene, thank you so much for that just amazing presentation. I get fired up just hearing it, but more importantly, just the information itself and what we're blessed to do here in ACN. It's really your energy and enthusiasm that I think just blesses all of us. And that's one of the big reasons why you're so successful in this business as well. So thank you for sharing that excitement, that energy with all of us. I feel it's contagious. Good evening, all of you beautiful people with your cameras on and those with it off. I'm sure you're beautiful just the same. We're all happy to have you here. My name, as she said, is Marshall Stewart. I'm very honored and blessed to be a regional director, and my background is fairly basic. You know, I started off in the banking industry, building my way up the chain like I was told to do, up until I got let go when a recession hit. Anybody else familiar with having the rug pulled out from underneath you? Absolutely, many of us. I mean, how about the pandemic and all of that that affected so many of us? So for me, I couldn't find another job, so I had to look for other ways of making money. Thankfully, I had some family loop me into ways of making money for myself that eventually led to ACN here. And I'm so thankful, not only for the fact that I've been able to earn income here and it's been a financial blessing, but the community of leaders and people that we've been able to work with and that I've been able to learn from has been a tremendous blessing. The personal development you get here is just life changing for me, blessed me in so many different areas of my life. And not only that, the connection to faith that I've been able to regain here through ACN has helped my walk spiritually as well. And so I'm just so thankful. So if you hear me speak passionately, it's because it's changed my life. And that's really what we're all about here is life change. So my topic is very simple today, guys. I get the honor to talk about the lifeblood of this company, which is customer acquisition. There is no money made whatsoever unless customers are acquired. So your first goal, if you're just seeing this here, this training for the first time or just getting accustomed to the business here, your goal is to do exactly what Nicole and Brianna just did. Get customer qualified, which, ladies, congratulations. You just reached the most important promotion in all of ACN because now you can start getting paid. So rock and roll with it, ladies. I'm happy for you. Now, everyone follow their example and let's get promoted to that position immediately. And how you do that is you have to meet a certain number of services that equal a certain number of points. And I'll talk about that in a second because every service has a point value attached to it. But your goal is you're going to want to get at least 3 services that equal at least 7 points. And you can also become CQ or customer qualified if you get 2 services that equal 12 points. Once you do that, which many people do in their first day in business, you're eligible for that direct deposit where you can shake off all the haters and tell them, I already got my first paycheck. What about you? Right? So you can let them know that direct deposit is headed your way. Now, where do the customers come from? That was my big question. You know, when my mentor asked me, Marshall, let's help you get some customers, I said, where do they come from? Well, the first thing is would you all agree that ACN is just the most amazing opportunity? It's been an incredible blessing to get paid on residual income, for services that people use every day. Now getting into the healthcare world, it's amazing. Well, we want to share this with other people. We don't want to be selfish and hold it to ourselves. Let's share the vision of what we're doing here and bless other people with it as well. And guess what? There are going to be some people that, can you believe it, are not interested in doing this with you at this time. And that's okay. That's their decision, not up to us. But here's what happens with those people where the timing isn't right. We're going to ask them to be our customer to see if we can help them save money or get a good deal or get something valuable out of the services we offer. So the no's from our presentations that we do for this business, many times they become our customers. How about the people you do business with? The people that you go frequent to get your hair done or get your laundry done, or maybe your insurance agent, someone that you frequently go talk to, you do business with them. Why wouldn't they want to do business with you? Well, first, you're going to have to let them know you're in business, right? So you can form these relationships where you support them, they support you. Even other network marketers who aren't interested in doing this with us, we can form alliances together. And the friends and family, don't forget them. We're going to talk about the best way to approach your friends and family here shortly. But let me tell you the most important customer that you can possibly acquire. That's going to be yourself. See, I came from an employee background with an employee mindset. You punch a clock, you get a paycheck, and you work your 9 to 5 shift, and that's that. My mentor taught me that I have to think like a business owner, and business owners understand that they have to basically build their business and almost become their own customer first and sell themselves first before they can share it with anybody else. So once you become a customer of ACN services, here's what you're going to find. This is what I found out. Number one, the process is super, super simple to be able to enroll any of the services. It gives you confidence to know how easy it is, right? Whenever you guys, signed up your first service, I know, Rena, you were excited about it. Just setting up your first service, it just got you excited, because it's so simple. It builds your belief about, man, if I could do this all day long, I can kill this thing, right? That's so incredible. And then they told me that we get paid on our own services. Ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't a hard conversation when my mentor said, do you want to go from paying AT&T to AT&T now paying you? That's never happened in my life before outside of ACN. So it wasn't a hard conversation for me, guys. So that got me fired up for sure. Now, as you heard me say, every service has a point value attached to it. And I want you to think about basketball, where wherever you shoot from, you score a certain amount of points. Okay, so here in ACN, it's the same thing. Whatever services you shoot for, you're going to score a certain amount of points. And I want to really highlight a few of the easiest and most impactful lucrative services. The identity theft protection. That's going to be one of the key ones where you can get some incredible point values and make a difference in people's lives to protect their identities. Zoom Energy, that's an incredible one right now to help people with their electricity service and get paid on that bill, which, by the way, sideline here, congratulations to Mr. Stephen Augustine for getting free and ID Seal and Zoom Energy promotions accomplished along with your regional coordinator promotion. Big, big, big boss moves right there, man. So congratulations. Vivint Home Security, that's one of my favorite services to turn your home into Iron Man's house, and you can control your entire home from your phone or smart device. But the big one we're all fired up about, ladies and gentlemen, is Impact Health Share. And here's the reason why. Impact is literally going to change the game as to how healthcare operates. And for the first time in history, it's opening up what they call a health sharing program to the common man and woman out there that is needing some kind of healthcare option because they're priced out of general health insurance. So today, your goal is to get accredited immediately. Get yourself in position to start studying Impact Health Share and go to acncompass.com to learn about it and also get your accreditation done today so you can be ready when that May 9th launch date hits and you can start enrolling and processing your leads. Now, how you can approach people about this particular service is you can simply be authentic and ask them if they're open to getting a free quote on their healthcare costs. And if they are, and maybe they have some questions and want to know basically what we have to offer, I'm going to share with you guys real quickly a video that's going to give you an idea of what to say, how to understand what this truly is. And it's going to piece it all together, not only for yourself, but for your prospects. Then you can submit the leads. So real quickly, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a video that's going to teach every single one of us how to be able to communicate this service. And I want you to pay attention to the language that they use and pay attention to the process as it comes together. And what I do is I play this video and I'll be right back to be able to talk about it further after this video.
Impact Health Sharing is a not-for-profit, non-insurance alternative to the high cost of health insurance. It's a community of individuals, families, and small businesses just like you who share and pay each other's medical bills. But you may ask, how does Impact actually work? When you become a member of Impact, you'll first activate your Impact Share account. Your Impact Share account is a financial account owned and managed by you and is used to manage all sharing activities. Once a month, members deposit a specified amount into their account. This amount is unique to you and your household, and it's called your monthly share. Share dollars are then matched and allocated to another member who has an eligible medical bill that needs to be paid. Once all or a portion of your monthly share amount has been matched to a member, Impact will notify you as to whom you have been matched with and how much of your funds they'll receive. We call this publishing. Once notified, funds are transferred from your share account into their share account. When the member has received the full amount needed to pay that medical bill, it is then sent electronically to the medical provider and paid in full. The process works the same when you have a medical bill that needs to be paid. What does published for sharing mean? When we say published, we're referring to how our members are notified that a bill is ready to be shared and that a portion of their share will be used to pay that bill. You can also go online to see the aggregate amount of all the bills that are published and shared among members. So you might be wondering, will everyone see my medical bills and personal health information? We will only publish the name of the member household that has a medical bill, the total amount of the bill, the names of the members who have been matched to pay that bill, and the amount they have been allocated to share. We value your privacy. We never publish personal health information. What happens when you go to the doctor or hospital? It's simple. When you go to the doctor, all you need is your Impact ID card. The membership card provides your medical provider with all the information needed to submit your medical bills to Impact electronically. There is no need to go through the hassle of collecting and submitting medical bills yourself. Your medical provider will do this for you. Upon receipt, your medical bills are repriced and discounted, and then reviewed pursuant to Impact guidelines for eligibility. If a bill is eligible and you've met your primary responsibility amount, or PRA, for the year, your medical bill will be published for sharing. What is your primary responsibility amount? The primary responsibility amount, or PRA, is the annual amount that every member household is responsible for paying before any of their eligible medical bills can be published to the members for sharing. With Impact, you will have 4 PRA options to choose from to better fit your budget and needs. What is my co-share? The co-share is the percentage of an eligible medical bill paid by the member after the primary responsibility amount has been met. As an Impact member, once your PRA has been met, you pay 10% of all eligible medical bills. The remaining 90% is published for sharing to the Impact membership. However, the total co-share amount which you are responsible for is limited to $5,000 annually per household. For example, let's say you choose the $2,500 PRA option and your family has already had a number of eligible medical bills that have met your $2,500 PRA. Then someone in your family, perhaps your daughter, has an accident. You take her to the emergency room and the medical bill is $10,000. In that case, you would pay a $150 copay to the hospital, as well as a 10% co-share amount, or $1,000, to the hospital. The remaining $8,850, 90%, is eligible for sharing by Impact members and would be paid directly to the hospital by the Impact members. Now, let's say in that same year, something happens to you and you need to have surgery, and the procedure costs $70,000. You might think that your co-share amount is going to be a full $7,000, 10%, but it's not. The reason is because you already paid a $1,000 co-share when your daughter got hurt, and you can never pay more than $5,000 in co-share amounts in a given year. So in this case, you'll pay the hospital the $150 copay and only a $4,000 co-share amount. The remaining $65,850 is eligible for sharing by Impact members and paid directly to the hospital. If you or a family member have another eligible bill in that year, then 100% of the bill after your copay will be eligible for sharing because you've met your PRA and co-share limits. Why do I have a balance in my account? In order to process and pay medical bills quickly, Impact Health Sharing implements a practice called distributed or decentralized reserving. Impact is not insurance, and we do not collect and hold medical reserves in a centralized bank account. Instead, the monthly share amount is set at a level to build a small balance or reserve in each member's individual share account. These distributed reserves enable Impact Health Sharing to better manage the fluctuation of medical usage and payments. We hope that this video will help clarify the Impact membership. To find out more, go to impacthealthsharing.com or call us at 855-378-6777.
Man, isn't that exciting just to understand, basically how this whole program works? And I hope you guys took a lot of great notes, because the truth of the matter is this is going to change the healthcare and really the direct sales industry. And hopefully you guys are ready to rock and roll, because all of us are about to be a part of momentum that we've never even seen before and billing volume that we've never heard of. But here's the big thing, guys. I always thought that I had to be salesy in order to win this business. And thankfully, my mentors taught me that there's a way to be authentic and genuine and still get a lot of customers. And that's by using an approach called using a huge favor approach. And so there's key words that I want all of us to always remember, which is favor, why, help, try. I'm going to say that one more time so it just solidifies in your brain. Favor, why, help, try. And when you combine these words that work, these genuine, authentic words with what we have coming up with Impact, you can see how it comes together so seamlessly and magically. So for example, if I was going to reach out to Maria and say, hey, Maria, listen, I hope you're doing wonderful, but I have to ask you, could you do me a huge personal favor? And Maria will say, sure, what's going on? How can I help? Say, well, listen, I'm working on a program that offers basic services and I'm up for a promotion and just need a couple more customers by like midnight tonight. It would mean the world to me if you'd support me and be one of my customers, because right now in this time in the pandemic or coming out of it, my income has been a little rocky in business and it's been helping me sustain. So if you're open to actually me taking a look at some of your healthcare costs and maybe getting you a better quote, would you do me a huge favor and give that service a try? And that's all you guys have to do is just be authentic and genuine. And when they have questions, answer the questions or work with your leader to help answer those questions and go back to the favor. It's that simple, guys. And so real briefly, someone who is actually mastering the customer acquisition process is actually on the line here. We want to bring her up for a quick testimonial. She's in the Detroit, Michigan marketplace as an executive team leader and also has reached a prestigious position of customer acquisition of 50 personal customer points, which means that she's got a pretty good residual income coming in. And I'd like you all to hear and actually learn from executive team leader, Miss Robertina Boyd. Miss Boyd, if you don't mind sharing a little bit about your background so we can just hear from you.
All right, thank you very much, Marshall. 4 minutes, and I signed up with all of that. Daughter was hit along with 2 other folks outside waiting for a bus. And so needless to say, my daughter was the sole survivor of that. And so my why has changed to help her and to help my grandchildren as well. And but since I've been in the business, just a short period of time, my team and I have, like you said, we've earned the 50 plus category. And it's all due to the ACN training and the mentorship that I've received, and the change of the mindset. And I would just like to say that for me, with the mindset is helping me to stay focused on my own journey, not to try to pattern myself after anyone else, but to stay focused and to realize that, it's never too late, no matter what your age and what your status may be, but just stay focused on your own journey through the ACN. And with that being said, I'm going to turn the call back over to you, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak.
Wow, that was powerful, Ms. Boyd. Thank you so much, and God bless you for your very transparent testimony there. I love the fact that you share your why, and that's what it's all about. Despite the misfortune that your family had experienced and the challenges, you've actually turned that into a way to motivate yourself and be able to build something significant here. So that's one of the reasons why I'm sure you're blessed and well on your way to the next promotion very, very soon. So congratulations to you. Guys, just to conclude here, the most important resource that you could go to is acncompass.com and start learning a couple of the services, especially Impact Health Sharing. That's going to be the best tip. So make sure you get accredited today and start studying it. Go to acncompass.com. And then, of course, let's get you qualified today so you get in a position to get paid and promoted. And then we're going to also teach you how to start building your team by scheduling a Zoom meeting. So with that, guys, it is now my distinguished honor to introduce a powerful leader, again, out of the Detroit, Michigan marketplace. She's been incredible in leading so many other people to have success just following the traditional system that we have here. But her and her husband have very much mastered a lot of what ACN has offered here. And I want all of you guys to put a virtual round of applause together to my partner, regional director out of Detroit, Miss Estella Williams. Miss Williams, the call is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Marshall. It is such an honor to share the call with you. And before I take another breath, I definitely want to give it back up to you for such an amazing training. And so as Mr. Marshall stated, my name is Estella Williams. I'm a regional director here with our amazing company, ACN, my husband and I. And just to give a little bit of background about myself, prior to my getting involved with the company, like many of you on this call, I was told, go to school, get a good education. We know the deal, go out and get a good job. So I thought I'd be a little smarter than everyone else. They said, get education. I thought the more education I got, the more marketable I would be. So I got multiple degrees. I found myself working multiple jobs and multiple career fields. I was working in the mortgage industry, the legal sector, cosmetology, as well as modeling. But I was literally chasing time. I just didn't have time. I was making good money, but time broke. So I saw this opportunity. It made sense. I got involved, and by the grace of God, I've not only been blessed by this amazing company, but it's allowed me to be a blessing to countless individuals nationally and internationally. And you all have seen the amazing opportunity that we have on the table. And I'm so grateful to share the stage with the amazing leaders that we have, that you've heard from tonight. I'm going to be sharing what I feel like is pretty much everybody's favorite part, the money. How many of you came on this call to see how to make some money? By show of hands. Absolutely. And I'm here to share it with you. So I'm going to be talking about the compensation plan. You want to learn the compensation plan because it will motivate you. It will show you where to spend your time. Now, just like when you go for a job interview, that's the first thing you want to know, how much money you're going to make. You want to learn too here how to make the money. So there are two ways in which we make money here. We make money through residual income as well as customer acquisition bonuses. Now, residual income, that's doing something one time and getting paid over and over. So it's a monthly recurring income. And that's why you see the regional directors on here smiling. You see Ms. Boyd on here smiling. You see all of the people on here smiling because even the CQs that are moving on up in the company, you see the smiles on their face. As people go higher in the company, the smiles will get bigger. Now, the monthly personal residual income, and please take a picture of the slide. Our company will pay you, just as you heard in the training, you will be able to earn 3 to 20% on your personal customers, any personal customers that you acquire. So I'm not going to go through this entire breakdown, but please, again, take a picture of the slide. As you can see what percentage you'll earn based on the number of customers that you acquire. As you notice, the higher you go as it relates to the customer count, the higher the percentage you earn on the customers. Now, personal residual income, again, I'm going to bring some numbers to life. So if we stated that our company will pay you 3 to 20%, assuming an average bill of $35 a month in monthly commissionable revenue per customer, you could literally earn, if you say you had 100 services totaling 300 points, that would equal a $700 residual check month after month, year after year. So literally, whether you got out of bed or not, that would be a $700 check coming in. 50 services totaling 150 points, that would equal 350 in residual income. So I want you to start thinking, what this could all mean for you and for your family. Could it pay some bills? Could it pay off some existing debt? Obviously, yes, it could. Now, 35 services, and we're just talking about regular services. We're going to go to the healthcare sharing here in a minute. 35 services totaling 105 points equal $175 in residual income coming into your mailbox month after month. Stephen, I see, Mr. Augustine, yes, I see you got that promotion today. So yes, you're excited. I know, I understand. Well, now don't hold on to your seat. Personal monthly residual income, and this is with our latest and greatest product, Impact Health Share, assuming an average of $500 in a monthly health sharing plan. Let's say you have 100 services. Those 100 services would yield you a $4,000 residual income check month after month, year after year. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a game changer. I don't care who you are. I don't even care if you're Rockefeller or some of the relatives of Mr. Rockefeller. This is a game changer. 50 services that would equal a $2,000 residual income per month. 35 services. Let's just say you had, you just said, well, you know what, I'm kind of tired this week or this month, I'm going to get 35 services. 35 services, that would be $1,400 in residual income per month. Could it pay off some existing debt? Could it pay off some tuition? Could it do some things for you and your family? Yes, it could. Now, the next way in which you can get paid is something called, or the next way in which you will be paid in our company is something called overriding residual income. And this is where you can actually leverage your time, because let's just face it. How many of us are busy? All of us, we're busy. So this is where you're actually able to leverage your time, and you can actually not only get paid on your efforts, now you're able to get paid off the efforts of others by building a team. So the company is going to pay you on levels 1 and 2. If you have 25 personal customers, you'll actually be able to earn residual income. 4% on your team's customers, 4% on your team's customers on levels 3 and 4 if you have 50 customers. And then on levels 5, you'll earn 4% as well. But if you have 75 customer points. Now, Ms. Boyd said, look, I want my money. So she's up here, she's chasing that 75 points. She's chasing the 200 while we're playing, seriously. So regional vice presidents and higher, they get paid below the 5th level. So, but understand, this is good money, even from where you're sitting. Imagine getting paid on services, customers that you don't know, you'll never have to talk to, you'll never meet. Now, here we go, game changer. Impact Healthcare, Impact Health Share, overriding team monthly residual income. This is the 5 levels. So just with the 1,000 services, that would yield you an $8,000 a month in residual income. That come on now, 500 services would yield 4,000, and 250 services that would yield you a $2,000 bonus, assuming an average of 500 per healthcare plan. Now, these are the positions in the company. The first earned position in the company is called CQ, or Customer Qualified. We want to help you get this position immediately. When you get started in the company, it is our goal to help you become customer qualified within your first few minutes to an hour to 24, 48 hours. It's very simple, and the reason why it's going to unlock all of the bonuses for you and allow you to start making income. You need to have 3 services that total 7 points or 2 services that total 12. And congratulations, you are customer qualified. Congratulations to all of the people who were recognized today for becoming customer qualified. Customer bonuses are based on performance. Now, the next way in which you're going to be, so I want you to imagine acquiring customers. So 5 services. And when I say services, I want you all to equate that also to bills. 5 services or 5 bills that equal 10 points, you'll earn a $200 bonus. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these specifically. Please take a picture of this slide. But as you notice, after the 5 services, you're able to make an additional $200 per for every unlimited. So 8 services and 16 points is 400, 11 services and 22 points is 600, and it just goes on and on. Now, look at what a 12-month year for a year that could end up being for you, $4,800 in bonus money. So that's powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the next position is called executive team leader. I know we have some executive team leaders on the call, and I know you're extremely excited because for executive team leaders on the call, now $50 for every customer qualified independent business owner that comes into your business. Let's say you had a good week this week. Let's say this week you had 10 customer qualified independent business owners got started, and you multiply that times 50. That's $500 that's going to come into your bank account this week. How many people could be excited about earning 500 this week, an extra 500? Absolutely. So to become an executive team leader, you need to have 30 points, either you by yourself or you and your team. Now, the next position is called regional coordinator. To become a regional coordinator, and congratulations, we have Mr. Steven that just became a regional coordinator today. I know that big smile is on his face. Congratulations, Mr. Augustine. Look at your money. Up to $150 per person every time someone joins your team and gets customer qualified. 10 customer qualified IBOs times $150. That's $1,500. Now, what does it take to become a regional coordinator? You need to have a total of 200 points. Now, you can do it by yourself, but we don't suggest that. We suggest you doing it with a team. Now, you can have a team of two separate legs. No, but each leg can only have 100 points from each of those separate legs. You can't count more towards your promotion. That you can only count 100 customers per leg towards your promotion. Now, regional director. Okay, so for those of us that are on this call, regional director, you see why you see Mr. Marshall, he's pretty excited. He's over there raising the roof and everything. So, all right. So regional director, what does it take to become a regional director? You need 600 points between you and your team, and you have to have a minimum of 15 personal points. Now, at regional director, you're able to earn up to $250 for every customer qualified individual to get started on your team when your regional director open line. So let's say with this same example where you earned $1,500 as a regional coordinator, now you're going to earn $2,500 as a regional director. Mr. Augustine, I know you're running to get to regional director. I know you got your gym shoes on. So to become a regional director, you can only count 200 points from each team. We suggest that you have three legs or 3 teams, and you can't count more than 200 points from each of those teams. Now, the total income with health share, this is powerful, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say you had 100 services. This is personal residual income. Let's say you had 100 services totaling 300 points, and that would equal 4,000 plus 1,000 services that's $8,000 plus. Now, the regional coordinator, $1,500. This would equal $13,500. How many of you can get excited about earning $13,500? Because some people don't earn that on their full-time jobs, ladies and gentlemen. Now, regional director. A regional director, it's the same scenario, but when we get over here, instead of adding the 1,500, we're going to add the 2,500, 2,500 for a total of $14,500. So now you guys see why Mr. Marshall is over there raising the roof, and some of the other regional directors. I can't see Miss Charlene and see what she's doing, but I know she's got, oh, there she is with that big smile on her face. So regional vice president, Mr. Thomas is back there. He probably is pumping his chest and everything. 3,000 points to become a regional vice president between you and your team, and you have to have a minimum of 15 personal points. Now, you need to have 4 legs or 4 separate teams, and you cannot count more than 750 customer points from each leg. And congratulations, you are a regional vice president. Now, why is that so? Now, this is a pinnacle position in this company. I am telling you, it is a game changer. So everybody on this line, do not sleep, do not rest. Get to regional vice president, get to senior vice president, because, you know, even along the way, hang out, enjoy the money that's along the way. And I'm telling you, life is going to be so good and so grand. And so with that, it gives me great pleasure to bring the next speaker to the line. This gentleman is someone I have a tremendous amount of respect for. He is a regional coordinator in this company. So he's smiling wherever he is on this line. You best believe that. And, you know, so I am so happy to be able to bring, he is a leader's leader and a trainer's trainer. So I've had the pleasure of seeing him train, and I'm so excited. He's out of the Texas market. So I would love to bring to the line now, regional coordinator, top producing regional coordinator, Mr. Lamar Thomas. Mr. Thomas, the call is over to you.
Thank you for correcting that for me. I sure appreciate it. It's top producing. I sure appreciate it.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'm going to give up that respect.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And she's right, everybody. I do have a big smile on my face, not only because of all the training and the notes that I took. Also, they've been talking to y'all about the perks of ACN. I actually just got a perk from ACN, if y'all can see this real quickly. Oh, it's not showing up well, but I just got my iPad in. It's a free gift for getting a Vivint customer. So my iPad just got in, my fiance just brought that. So I'm super jacked up. And also after hearing about all the testimonials of how much money everybody got in just under 2 weeks, it's just amazing to me. And thank you for Miss Stella. Stella never lost her groove, in my opinion, because you did a great job. You covered a lot of ground in such a short amount of time. We definitely appreciate it. I'm sure everybody on the call appreciated it as well, because you showed them how to make money real quick on a short-term basis. And we're also going to teach them how to make some long-term money as well with residual income. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and share my screen with you all. And I'm going to go over what Miss Stella was talking about, because we're going to need to build a team here. It's not a need, but I tell you what, Michael Jordan, he couldn't have been a champion if he didn't have a team. Does everybody agree with that? I'm sure y'all can. He needed Scottie Pippen, he needed Phil Jackson, he needed the coaching, he needed training, everything. So now, launching your business is very simple. I'm going to run through this very quickly because it's as simple as when your elementary school teacher told you to go on the playground and pick a teammate, or you're in class and said, hey, pick a partner. It's that simple. You just have to go out there and make it happen. Just open up your mouth. So if you bear with me one moment, let me get this slideshow open and populated. There we go. Here we are. Yes, now as she talked about earlier, you want to run for these different positions in there, because the more farther that you get in the company, the more money that you make. So of course you want to go for ETL, like she said. Let's go ahead and get the bonus. There's an additional $425 on the table right now. And of course, like we said earlier, Mr. Marshall covered it, it's unlimited. So as you can see on the right side of your screen, if you want to get $500, $625, $825, $1,025, or let's go for more. I have 3 children and a fiance who loves things. I'm going for everything right now. I'm excited to share this stuff with y'all, man. Look, the first thing you want to do to get this done is book a Zoom meeting. Set a date. Hey, we don't have time to sit up there and worry about when's convenient for somebody else. Set a date. It's only a Zoom meeting that takes 15 or 20 minutes just to present.
We can't see you. We can't see your slides.
Yeah, we can't see your slides.
There we
I
go.
apologize. Give me one moment here.
Teamwork. You got it.
Are we back?
There we go.
I'm sorry. Look, hey, that's the great thing about ACN. Hey, you don't have to be a genius to do this. Just teamwork. You see how we have that right here? Hey, teamwork makes the dream work. That's what we're talking about, building a team. Because without that, I would have messed this up. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Now, like I was picking up on our conversation, to get all this done, all you have to do is set a Zoom meeting. Set a date. We're not worrying about anybody else, just like you would do for your engagement parties or, a weekend out. Hey, you set the date, let them know, make a list of people that you want to invite, and over-invite. Invite as many people as you can, because only 50% of the people are going to actually show up. You know how people do. They tell you they're going to be there, your best friend, your brother, your cousin, they don't show up, and then they tell you this, that, and the other, stuff pops up, which is organic. It happens to everybody. Now, please take out your phone and take a picture of this, because you want to know who to invite. This is a quick memory jogger. Everybody you can invite. You're like Mr. Marshall was talking about earlier, it could be like his barber, for instance, he would invite them, anybody who owns a business, anybody who he spends his money with, of course, you want to invite them. So I'm gonna give y'all just a quick 10 seconds, pull out your phone, go ahead and take a picture of this, because I promise you, you're gonna need it later. All right, time is money. Now look, I want to go over the words that work with y'all. It's very simple. All you have to do is just call up somebody or have a conversation with whenever you're out and say, hey, do you look at other ways of making money? And I guarantee, who doesn't? Who doesn't look at other ways of making money? Now, just share your why and why you started looking. For me, my background, I'm a barber. I was standing behind a barber chair missing my children's basketball games every weekend because that's the busiest days of a barber, Friday and Saturday and Thursdays as well. I'm on my feet all day. I'm tired when I get home. I'm missing a lot of things. Share your why. Whatever has you looking at this opportunity today, just be organic, be natural, be honest, and share that. And then you want to edify the speaker and let them know, hey, I'm working with a gentleman named Mr. Marshall Stewart. He's having great, massive success. He's expanding the online business with Essential Services. And then you just promote the time and the date that you want to set up your Zoom meeting. And you want to send a 15-minute reminder text, as you probably got one tonight for the presentation. And that's why you showed up. You needed a reminder. People are busy. You just got off from work. If you're in that position, you're in traffic, you forget about things, you have kids. Now, we just want to keep it simple, be urgent, be excited. Like I am excited because you're going to be excited once you start getting these gifts in the mail. Hey, this is this simple. You want to call somebody up. Like I would call up Mr. Jonathan Thomas. I would introduce you to him in a moment. He's my cousin. I would give him a call. Of course, I'm going to call my relative and let him know how to make some money. I got an opportunity. So I'm going to give him a call and say, hey, Jonathan, how are you doing?
Man, I'm great. What's up, cousin?
Oh man, I'm doing great as well. Listen, man, I only have a minute. Can I ask you a crazy question?
I mean, of course you can.
Man, do you look at other ways of making money?
Man, what kind of question is that? Of course I look at other ways.
Hey, man, me too, man. You know, I be behind that barber chair all day. A lot of times that's when you call me and I be inviting me to stuff, man, I can't make it. I'll be missing time with you. I'll be wanting to be with Unc and Auntie and your brothers, man. Look, I had to look at other ways myself. I was introduced to a gentleman named Mr. Marshall Stewart. He's an amazing gentleman who's having massive success with an essential services company. He's going to be holding a meeting tomorrow at 6:30 for about 10 to 15 minutes to show me and a group of people how to make additional money home from online or anywhere else we go where it has the internet. It's invite only. I thought about you. Would you like me to send you the link so you can evaluate it with me?
I mean, it sounds great, but what is it about? I mean,
oh, it's about essential services. It's only going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. He's already successful doing it. I see he's doing it, getting money. He's going to show us. I wanted to see if you wanted to come with us. Would you like to evaluate it with us? It's going to be right there on Zoom.
Oh, wow.
15, 20 minutes.
Perfect. Well, yes, just shoot me the link and I'll get on.
Okay, well, look, fam, I'm real busy. I have some other things to do. I'm gonna send you that text message over so you can join the link, okay? Make sure you have your camera on.
Perfect. I got you.
Okay, great, man. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Got you.
Thank you. And it's that simple. If they have questions like Mr. Jonathan did, I just was new. I said, hey, that's a great question. Hey, look, I'm not sure. I explain what he does. If they have more questions, hey, all I know is it's essential services. It's a pandemic. Anything with essential services, as Ms. Charlene talked about earlier, if you didn't know about essential services before the pandemic, you know about it now. I edified Mr. Marshall Stewart, said, hey, he's having great success, which he is, and I moved on. And as you can see, I talked about him, not the thing. I didn't say anything about ACN, the services, or the companies, which is the words that do not work. You do not want to use these words. You do not want to say ACN. You don't want to say it costs $199 and it's $25 a month. And it's AT&T, and it has to do with Vivint, and it has to do with Sphere, and it also has to do with T-Mobile. And man, they got all this stuff going on in 27 countries. No. Ms. Charlene gave me this analogy some months ago, and I love to use it. You want to be the preview. You don't want to be the whole movie. Because once you see the preview, hey, you've already seen the whole movie. You're not that jacked up. You're not excited to come see it anymore. So that's going to be it. And of course, you want to be professional. You want to have a professional background like myself. I have a professional background. All the other speakers that had to speak today, they had a professional background. The lights were on. They test their microphone and video. You also want to pay attention to the speaker. Don't have any distractions. Take notes. And you also want to send a text message reminder to your guests 15 minutes prior. And the rest is pretty much in the role of the host. He just introduces the speaker, he or she, excuse me, ladies, and just prepare yourself for massive success after that. And one last thing that I want to say, to prepare yourself for massive success, you have to have the right type of mindset. And while I'm bringing that up, I want to introduce you to an amazing gentleman. And I'm not just saying that because he's my cousin. I'm saying that because he's helped me in my life, because I was the average knucklehead in high school, just messing up, getting kicked out here, there, just in and out of places. We'll talk about that later. If y'all, build a relationship with me, be successful in ACN, we'll talk about that. But this man has helped out plenty of people besides myself, and he'll definitely do it for you if you take this business seriously. And it's my honor and a pleasure to introduce my first cousin, Regional Vice President, Mr. Jonathan Thomas.
Wow, wow. Well, guys, can we give a round of applause for Mr. Lamar Thomas? And I'm not just saying that because he's my cousin, I've known him for a long time. Anyway, y'all get it. He made it fun. I love how smooth he is, right? He's making it so smooth. It's so simple. And that's what this business is. It's a simple business, everybody. And I'm just excited to share with you guys what we do here. Now, I'm a regional vice president, and it's an amazing opportunity. You saw the money from Miss Estella. Regional vice president, hurry up, okay? Because HealthShare is going to change your life, okay? So, guys, I'm excited. We're going to close out the call. If I could do that really quickly. I know we're running on time, guys, and I'm going to do this as fast as I can, but I want you to understand you have to have the proper mindset. So let me pull up my slides real quick. Everybody can see my slides? Perfect. We good? We good? All right, perfect. So guys, you got to have the right mindset. So let's run through this really quickly, but not just too quickly, because I want everybody to have the mindset when they get off this call. Number one, you want to determine your why. You heard a lot of people say, well, I want to, retire my parents, or I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my kids, and if you're a single father or a single mother, or maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, or, maybe you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, whatever that why is, it needs to make it cross. See, my why, when I first got involved with this opportunity, was my mother. My mother was sick. Some of y'all know my story. My mother had cancer at the time. She beat it, praise God. But here's the deal. It kept me motivated to build this business. So that's why I took this business seriously. You have to know your why. Number two, you have to understand there's a learning curve. Listen, at your job right now, when you walked in that first day, did you say, I know everything about this job? Don't give me any training. Although that could be a joke for some of you on this call, like I ain't getting no training anyway for my job. But anyway, that you the A students. But listen, it's a learning curve. No matter what you do, you're gonna have to learn and build it and learn from even mistakes. I learned that there's no such thing as failure, it's feedback. Okay, so you're gonna learn throughout the business, guys, but just listen to your mentorship and understand that it is a roller coaster, okay? It goes up and goes down. Listen, when I first joined the business, I talked to my best friend. I was excited. And you remember how Lamar said the words that don't work, right? Don't use ACN, don't say 199. Well, I did all that, okay? And then I talked to my best friend because he was my best friend. I know how to talk to my best friend. Y'all know how y'all talk. I know how to talk to my mom. I know how to talk to my friends. Well, I talked to my best friend, and you know what my friend said? Man, JT, I don't know if I could do all that. I don't know about AT&T. I don't know about this company. I don't know. I ain't really good at sales. And that was my best friend. So when I was on the high, you see, I was on the roller coaster, I went down, right? Because I'm like, man, my best friend ain't gonna do this. But then I made a good choice. I talked to the wife. Some of y'all gonna get that in a minute. I talked to the wife. Because she the one, I had to talk to her first. So I talked to the wife, and the wife, of course, said, JT, I'm gonna go to this event. She went to an event, she came down, she saw it, she signed up. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are, just in that organization alone, there's over 600 customers, just in that organization, just not worrying about the roller coaster when I was on the low. So guys, ride the roller coaster, ride along with it. Think long term. You don't want to say, come in this business, well, JT, how can I make $1 million in one day? Let me tell y'all a little secret. If somebody tell you you can make $1 million outside of hitting the lottery in one day, which by the way, taxes, y'all better, anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. If somebody tells you they can make $1 million in just one day, run from them people. If they say you can get rich in one day, run from them people. Okay, that's the S word, and I don't mean the other word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, starts with spam. Anyway, emotional roller coaster, think long-term, be coachable, guys. This is very important. You want to be coachable. See, what you don't know is that your mentor, if you succeed, they succeed, right? So why would they tell you something wrong? If you don't make money, then neither does your mentor or your sponsor. They don't make any money. Okay, so you want to make sure that when they're telling you something, it's for your own good so you can build your business and be successful. So guys, be coachable, be coachable. I'm an old athlete, so I learned to be coachable a long time ago. My coach said some crazy stuff to me, but that's a whole nother topic. Number 6, you want to have the right work ethic. Okay, you want to work hard. Now that should go without saying. You want to have the right work ethic, and you want to commit to yourself. Now, just to move a little bit forward, guys, professional sort, amateur sell and convince. Do not sell and convince in this opportunity. Some will, some won't. I won't go through all this, but ladies and gentlemen, here's what I will tell you. Please do not burn bridges. Please do not burn bridges. If someone doesn't want to join the business today, that's okay. Love them anyway. Invite them to the barbecue. See, my cousin, he didn't tell you this, but he'll tell you his story. When I showed him the business, it took him 5 years to join the business. 5. He didn't join it initially. But you know what? I didn't say, well, you ain't my cousin no more. You can't come eat with me no more. No, I love him anyway. And guess what? When he saw the success, and I figured out I had to win for him. See, ladies and gentlemen, you got to have the right mindset that it's not just about you. People are watching you and they want to see you succeed, but some of them don't think they can do it. So you got to persevere for them. Does that make sense, everybody? So guys, definitely keep the right mindset. Now, here's what I want you to take a picture of. We're going to talk about promoting events real quick. And this is important from our co-founder. He said, if you can get good at promoting events, you will be an RVP. I'm gonna say that again. If you can get good at promoting events, you will be an RVP. That means you can pretty much suck at every other thing. But if you get good at promoting events, you'll be in an RVP. And I'm gonna tell you why in a second, guys, but here is the thing. Here's the 4-step system. Number 1, you're attended a weekly training. That is tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not gonna know everything in just this short hour. So guess what? Come back next week, next Tuesday, and learn again. Repetition is the mother of learning, everybody. Just bring your team, bring people, let them learn as well. Number 2, you want to get your first promotion tonight. You want to promote that, okay? And you want to host your first private business Zoom. Listen to everything Lamar said on how to host your own Zoom. Then you want to attend your first Friday night leadership class, guys. You definitely want to do that. It's Friday nights. Attend your first one and definitely attend that and take notes, because they're going to break down the system of how we're able to see massive success and be the #1 team for the last 15 years. And of course, we have the actual Elevate event, guys, September 30th. There's a lot of other events. I'm going to talk about them in a second, but let me break this down before I close, because I want to make this short, guys. I want everyone on this call to understand why do we promote events? Why do we talk about getting on these calls? Why do we do this? I want to bring somebody up who's a business owner. Who's a business owner on this line? Someone who's a traditional business owner. Okay, Mr. Ugo, can you? I'm gonna give you the floor for a second. Now, he didn't know I was gonna do this. He didn't know I was gonna do this, but I like to do this because I want to make sure everybody understands. Well, Mr. Ugo, you own a business, correct?
Yes, sir.
A few businesses. Now, if I tell you that you had 30 people that joined your business in ACN today, and keep in mind, you're a business owner, you're busy. But what if I told you, whoa, Mr. Ugo, you got to train every single person new individually Set a time with them individually and run your businesses. What would you say to that?
I would have to respectfully decline and tell you to have a good day while I go run my other traditional business, because I ain't got time for that.
Did everyone hear that? You see, I used to tell myself, thank you, Mr. Ugo. I used to tell myself that, oh man, why I got to get on a call or why I got to go to this event, until I started having a team and I had to promote it, ladies and gentlemen. And then I realized everybody on this call is busy. You got kids, you got family. So why not get them to one training where every single person can get trained at once? That's called system, ladies and gentlemen. It's not called you running around trying to train every individual person. Nobody has time for that, and you will quit because you are too stressed out trying to train one person at a time and be on their schedule. Bring everybody to the training and let everybody get trained at once, and watch this army that is going to be unleashed when Health Share comes out next week. That's what you have to do to build a massive business. That is why you promote events, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you promote. And the next event that's coming up, just to show you and close this out, guys, the next event, we do have an Emerge event that is in Baltimore. I do encourage you to attend your local events, but this is an event in Baltimore. Listen, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be there. I actually have people that are in Baltimore that I want to be there to support them as well. So again, that's the next event. And the big event that every single person will be at is the North American Training Event in Fort Lauderdale. Now, I know it ain't hard to sell y'all on Fort Lauderdale because that's the beach, okay? I'm trying to get, two-piece ready. Anyway, I'm telling y'all, that ain't hard to sell. You should be able to just go to Fort Lauderdale. Some of y'all deserve Fort Lauderdale anyway, just for all the hard work that you do. So guys, you want to go to this event September 30th through October 1st. And to close it out, guys, we're going to break out in breakout rooms. But when you get in these rooms, you want to make sure, if you're new on this call tonight and you're seeing ACN and you're saying, this is something that I want to plant my flag in, I want you to enroll tonight. Enroll tonight, and we're going to get you started, and we're going to give you a game plan. Get in the breakout room and get enrolled. Number 2, you want to register for the next Emerge event. Like I said, the next one is in June. That's in Baltimore. And then, of course, register for the national event and bring people. Don't just go yourself, register other people. And number 3, if you haven't got promoted to customer qualified, you want to do that tonight. You want to get promoted tonight. If you want to get to your next position, executive team leader, get to that tonight, and regional coordinator, and so on. Get promoted tonight, guys. Get in a room, game plan. And number 4, if you haven't scheduled Zoom meetings, so you can say, you know what, JT, I want to schedule my meeting right away. How do I do that? Get in the breakout room. Just take a few moments with your leader and say, you know what, how do I move my business forward, and set a game plan. So with that, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you for your time. I know we went a little bit long because Health Share is coming next week. So we had to talk about that tonight, because next week is going to be unleashed, and all of you will be thankful that every single one of you got trained tonight. So guys, we're going to break out in the breakout rooms. Again, I appreciate every last one of you. And with that being said, guys, impact is coming. Let's make an impact. No pun intended, or pun intended. Let's make an impact, guys.